boy, J. King Hefner and the beautiful Cali Sun, and we're back again for another episode of the Dog King Power Hour. And the title of today's episode is The $1,000,000 Question. The $1,000,000 Question. And what do I mean by that? We'll get to that right about now. Yeah, what up, guys? It's your boy, J. King Hefner in the house. And as you can see, I got my number one lady, Cali, right by me, man. Boy, glad to see you all here today. If you're just tuning in, and everybody that's already here, good morning. God bless you. Me and Cali are praying abundance on your life, good fortune on your life, and great things to come today. And we pray that you're staying positive. Definitely glad to be here, like I said. And the title of today's show is, let me put my banner up, The $1,000,000 Question. And of course, before I get into the meat of the show, I'm going to come through the comments, say hello to everybody. But the whole idea of this show came up because on the last Dog King Power Hour, the question came up, would I give away my dogs for $1,000,000? And it was a lot of different viewpoints on the subject. And DAS, who's a Dog King Army member, came in with a very interesting scenario that we're going to discuss today. But first, I do want to give shouts out to all my Dog King Army members: Carol Rush, Sheila Bell, Kevin Gray, Tom Tuttle, Blue CCG, Heavy Metal Maltese, and my guy, DAS. I appreciate you all for being on the inside as far as being team members. And I definitely extend the invitation to everybody that's not a team member to be one. And speaking of team members, I do plan on trying to have a second tier ready by the end of the week, and that will be my Jedi Knight level. So I'm definitely excited about that as well. But man, before I get to my good mornings, I say this. Boy, and I don't like to talk about what goes on behind the scenes, but man, hold on. Speaking of behind the scenes, hold on. I still got to get that damn security fixed. But either way, other than that, man, that sort of threw me off just a tad bit. But yeah, DAS came with some interesting questions and things of that nature for today's show. But like I say, I don't like to go behind the scenes and talk about a lot of what happens behind the scenes. But I say this, man, you wouldn't believe what a go to making a 2-minute video, especially one like I made yesterday. And just to be honest, me and Cali are still pretty much recovering from everything it took to get that video made. Man, it was a test of endurance like none other. And sometimes I laugh at some of my shortest shows are the most challenging. But definitely love to do it. I love everything involved with it. I'll say something about today's show before I get into it and talk to you guys. Man, you know I like to do my shows off of feeling and off of what my spirit is feeling. And so I woke up wanting to do this show. And like 2 seconds before this show started, my spirit got to rustling about something else. So it was too late to change the thumbnails, too late to get everything set up for that particular subject. So I just take it as a sign of, okay, let me just put it off. I may talk about it. Who knows? I may talk about it tomorrow. I might do a live stream tomorrow. Who knows? But man, I say this. Sometimes when you get into the quiet of your spirit, man, you really hear things in a whole different way. But in this particular case, and I'm not going to go deep into that. I'm just going to say, man, but this particular case, man, I had some calming music that really went to it. I may share it in the description of this video. Let you guys go listen to it. It's basically a chill step. It's a real calming type music. But man, I just say this. It's almost like your spirit, man, just goes on a trip of its own. Just takes you and you see and feel things so different. So I just say this show that I have to do, I'm telling you, man, it had me so caught up into just thinking about it, I almost couldn't get to this damn show. But I said, you know what? Now, this is a show that I'm going to do today, and we'll worry about everything else another time. So let me say my good mornings, and we'll get into the meat of this show. Knock it out real good. Let's see what's happening over here. Man, I got a lot to report on too, so we'll be talking here in a second. Val Snitchell, I didn't get a chance to say good. You know, I normally check in on the chat, but I didn't get a chance to this morning. So, for the first time, I believe Val Schnitzel actually wins the morning competition because I didn't get a chance to check. And what I mean by I didn't get a chance to check is if I don't check in and say good morning, then whoever comes in here first wins for the day. And if you don't know what I mean by wins, I'm making a tally of people that actually come in here first, and that way I can give away a doll one day, and hopefully I can try to give one away every year. But I'm going to keep a tally of this for a while, and I don't know where I'm going to cap it at and then restart it. I'm sorry. Let me write this down. Write this down. Okay. So yeah, Val wins that for the day. Oh, I definitely want to say, Edmund Dante say, hey, DAS comes with an early morning contribution, super chat, $4.99. Dog King member, man, Dog King Army member. He said, can't wait to hear this discussion tonight. Thanks for the stream, JDKH. And he's the actual guy that is the motivation for this particular stream and the title of this stream. So thank you, DAS, for the early contribution. And also thank you, DAS, because I missed the super chat on last Dog King Power Hour. And I've streamed since then. And every time I kept missing going back and giving you that recognition. And I tell anybody, I appreciate any donations, whether it's super chat, super sticker, whether it's a super thanks on an individual video, or whether you go to my YouTube on PayPal, go to my YouTube under the About and send me a donation through PayPal or Cash App. However you donate, I'm appreciative. If you decide to want to be a team member, you know, and become a monthly supporter, hey, guess what? That's another way you can support the show. But I know this, once again, not judging anybody, but I be on a lot of other live streams. And you know what, man? It just seems like to me, when people give donations, I just look at the reactions of the people hosting the live stream, and it's just like it's nothing to them. You know, it's like it doesn't even affect them. Now, maybe somebody could say they've done it for a long time, so this, you know, the donations, or, you know, just actually those people sending money so their questions can be heard. Because now I understand when you're on a crowded live stream, a lot of times the host doesn't even attempt to get to you, you know, unless you send a super sticker. But I just see the reactions of the host, and they just, a lot of them, they just don't even react. They act like it's almost a responsibility of the viewer to give that, like it's just expected. And for me, I hope I don't ever get that used to it to where I'm just like not reacting, because like I say, I visualize the whole process of somebody going to work, spending a certain amount of their income to, hey, whether it's get their questions heard or whether it's just a support. I think it's worth mentioning and sort of stopping in time for a second and say, hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. As opposed to, oh, DAS $4.99. Okay, next. No, hey, it deserves a little attention. So thank you, DAS. I appreciate you. Good morning to everybody. Sign says, what? Sign. I ain't seen Sign in a second. Good to see you, Sign. MGTOW, yo, man. What up, MGTOW? MGTOW, I see you taking a break. You finally letting somebody else win sometime. Hell, you got a big lead on everybody. Johnny K. What up, Johnny K? I'm glad to see you. Blue CCG, my man, another Dog King Army member. What up, Blue CCG? I want to say something to Johnny K before I leave, though. Johnny, I was on his live stream with my guy Finatra, man. It was a trip the other day, right? I was on a live stream with my guy Finatra. And I mean, it was a trip. There was a lot of little stuff going on the stream. It was just cool to see him doing his thing over there. But I got a chance to hear that Anna song that he made. That Anna album he made, actually. It's called Bananas. I think that's pretty cool. Y'all ought to check, go to Finatra's channel and check that little album out. I think that's funny. But Johnny K, what I wanted to tell you is, Johnny K sent me a message on Twitter over the weekend to get on the show. And it was somebody else that sent me a message. And I was like, I was trying to explain to them. I was like, man, because Finatra asked me to be on the show. But I told him, I said, hey, send me a Twitter or whatever to let me know what time. He never sent it. And so I didn't know when his show was. And so, I was working like normal, and I went to sleep like normal. But when I woke up out of my sleep just for a second, I saw Johnny K. And damn, I can't think of who. I think it was Gremlington. I don't know if it was Gremlington. But somebody else, no, it was Tree Goblin. I think it was Tree Goblin. They messaged me about being on the show. And I just told Johnny, I said, hey, man, I just got up. I'm praying right now, getting cleaned up. And I was like, man, he didn't let me know, when the stream was. And it was innocent as that. But I just could tell by the way Johnny K answered me, he may have thought that I was saying, hey, man, get away from me. I'm praying right now. He was like, oh, man, I was just letting you know. I was just letting you know that he was asking about you. And I just wanted to say, man, you know what? That's why I've never liked text messages, man. Because sometimes, because you really have to be careful exactly how you write things to really try to express your emotions at the time, because that's why I always tell people, when you're in a relationship, you better not do a human to human relationship, you better cut down on the texting, because all it takes is for a text to get just slightly taken out of context, because nobody can hear your voice inflections. So, John, I just want to let you, I already told you, thank you for saying, letting me know and stuff. But hey, look, once again, wasn't mad or wasn't upset that you was contacting me or anything of that nature. But those damn, like when you communicating with this typing, if you just communicate exactly what you're thinking, sometimes it can come off as not being as nice as you think you're saying it, because even after I looked at it, I was like, man, did he think that I was being abrasive here? Because I wasn't. I was just telling him I'm getting cleaned up. I'm talking to God. Oh, that's what I said. I said, no man comes before God. Once again, didn't mean that in an abrasive way. I just meant that in a matter of fact way, from the standpoint of man, especially since I've been down this journey. It's almost like I'm paralyzed in a good way, to where I can't do anything to start my day until I communicate with God. And I've even told my family, I can't talk to any of you. So if you try to call me, and I may not answer if I haven't talked to God first. Now I say, hey, keep calling me or send me some type of crazy text if it's an emergency. But other than that, I'm going to have to get back to them. So it's pretty much dead serious with me, Johnny K. Where I'm like, man, even if I wanted to join him now, I got to get that talk out. And Johnny came back to me and told me like he understood. But I just wanted to make sure he understood that I wasn't upset at him for contacting me or anything like that. But once again, the written word can come off not as you mean it all the time. Ren X says, what's happening? Blue CCG says, hey, perfect time for a stream, J here. Yeah, Blue CCG. Mick says, happy Wednesday. Cat looking good. Thank you, man. She decided to put her hat back on. I like her with her hat on. I love that girl. Red X says, hey, Blue. They speaking to each other. Blue says, what's the topics today? The $1 million question from DAS, Blue CCG. I'm going to get into it just in a second. It's concerning something that happened last stream. Last stream, we were talking about somebody once again was saying, would I get rid of my dog room for $1 million? And, of course, the immediate action from a lot of people was, yeah, I'm getting rid of that. Give me my million. Give me my million. And I understand. A lot of people, like you said, have been dealing with money issues their whole life. So the mere mention of money is going to make them want to drop anything. And I'm not telling you I wouldn't even consider it because somebody wrote something about $1 million in the comment. That's what happened. And when I read it, it gave me cause for pause. But like I told people, the reason it gave me cause for pause and not necessarily action is because I was like, man, even though $1 million sound good, it's some things you just can't pay for. It's some things that are more valuable than money. And so that's where the question of the stream started going back and forth. Everybody, a lot of different people had different opinions on the matter. But Dawes came in with a killer question, and it really put more pressure on those that would quickly dismiss just getting rid of a companion dog or whatever. He put it in a different light, and that's why I say I want to talk about it today. Hey, Accordance Fellowship Eyeball said, hi, Jay. What up, Accordance Fellowship of Eyeballs? Never seen you before. Blue CCG said, would you ever do a Dog King Army live show where we could call in? I don't even understand. I don't even understand how they do that call-in stuff, Blue CCG, to be quite honest. I don't even understand how they do that. But I do plan on having a Dog King Army show in as far as my membership is concerned. I'm going to have live shows available on a certain tier of membership. But like I said, for me, it doesn't make sense to even offer that tier yet until my team members start building up. Because right now it's just an army of 7. So I wouldn't ever want to have a live stream for members only for one person. You see what I'm getting at? So that's why I'm encouraging people to join. I'm going to continue to add tiers. And as the membership grows, one day I grow into being able to do that or offer that tier where it's members only live streams. So I'm definitely waiting for membership to sort of build up before I can make that available. And I don't know how the hell they do those call-ins. I'm going to be quite honest. I've heard people do call-ins on their live streams. I don't know what they're doing. I know they're not using their personal phones. So I don't know what they're doing on there. Saint says, oh, my, Jay, my boy, you dropped another song. Yeah, man. We did it last night, man. Hey, I mean, yesterday, well, we recorded it a couple of nights ago, but it just took so long to get it ready. But, man, it was worth it, man. It was worth it. Blue CCG says, great song, Jay Hev. You have a great rhythm. Thank you, my friend. It was fun, man. Courtney says, music is dope. Thank you. Thank you, Courtney. Power Brain says, hey, Jay, how you doing? I'm doing great. Yeah, no. I don't meditate, so to speak, Blue CCG. He asked me, do I meditate every day? I don't meditate every day, but what I do is I do pray and get along with God every morning. I do say certain declarations over my life every morning because you have to have I keep saying it. I know everybody may not do it, but I'm telling you, it's the only way to really protect yourself against the daily venom that comes at you. You know, when I come in contact with people that are, because I used to be that person that are up and down, up and down. It's always because they're letting their day dictate their body, dictate their mentality. They're letting, something is going wrong in their life decide whether they're going to be happy, or they're letting something in the past decide whether they're going to be happy today. And then, they think that they don't have any control over it, but they do. But you have to fight the battle every day. And that's what I do. I wake up every day and I fight that battle before I do anything else. Clear my spirit out, and I'm ready for the day. So I might not meditate, but I pray and get along with myself. Power Brain says, how are the ladies? Oh, they great. Rocco says, very nice dog. I'm going to tell you, man, this girl just gets better with time. Man, I know I always do little specialty shows with Callie, but I might end up having to drop this show with Callie because once again, she did it to me again last night. It was a little interaction me and her had where I was just like, man, how do you keep doing this? It is just amazing how this girl keeps doing this. Rocco said, you don't shop big ass dog BBW. I don't know what he mean by that. Blue CG says, drop a like. Yeah, hit a like on this. Thank you, Blue CCG. Hit a like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, baby. Oh, Johnny K says, nah, I didn't take it like that. Thank you, Johnny. I almost felt like you did, Johnny. But you know what? I just wanted to make sure not only that you did, but I also just wanted to make the point, man, them text messages, you're just writing people. It can be very dangerous even when you're being completely innocent. I've seen it happen a million times. Kevin Gray, yeah, Dog King Army member. He said, what up, Dog family? Yeah, baby, in the damn house. What up, brother? Yeah, it's all good. Say says, have you seen Overlord? Pretty decent anime. No, I haven't seen it. Man, look, I promise you guys, I've been so busy for one. But for two, when I haven't been busy, I've been catching up on stuff. Like I saw Ozarks recently. I caught up on it, and finished that. That was amazing. Last night, I can't lie, man. Even after all that work, I still had some more work to do. I said, you always got to take a little time to unwind. And man, I had 3 more episodes of Stranger Things. I finished that. That started out a little slow. I can't lie. The kids have aged. They've gotten bigger. But man, it ended up being damn good to me. So I've been catching up on little things like that. The last anime I saw really good was One Piece because they came out with like 10 extra episodes because I'm up to like 786, I believe now. Something like that. As far as dubbed episodes, because that's all that's available on the dubbed. So the only other anime that I really checked out was this anime that Austin Steele was talking about because he has a crush on this character named Ruby Rose. And I decided to look up that anime. And it didn't pull me. I only saw one episode of it, but it didn't really pull me in, and it's sort of drawn a little funny. But I said I may check out that again. I may check out yours, but man, I'm behind right now. I'm real behind. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into the big subject of the day. And I think I am. Let me make sure I don't have any more announcements. I think that's it. But once again, I'm happy for Val winning the contest. And I say, speaking of contest, I may not do and it's probably more likely not than yes, that I'm going to do the scent competition today. I've really been thinking about it. I was thinking about doing it today, but I'm thinking about putting it off only because the vibe just isn't right. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking I may need to just wait. I won't make a complete call on it yet, but I say for right now, it probably won't. But with all that said, Um, yeah, the whole title of this show is the $1 million question. And I forgot what video it was on. But on one of my videos, somebody asked me, would I get rid of my dogs? Or I think it may have even been DAS. Somebody asked me, would I get rid of my dogs for $1 million? And of course, a lot of people poured in, man, I'm getting rid of my dogs, blah, 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 blah. And I understood that. But because like I say, it gave me cause for pause when I read the question myself. But the thing that was pulling at me is because once again, it's just more important things in this world than just money. But when other people, especially on the outside looking in, who don't even own a dog, just look at that question from their standpoint, they're thinking like, man, you crazy. I get rid of that thing for $1 million. You crazy. I just replace that thing for $1 million because that's how they see it. But if that was their wife, girlfriend, pet, or something like that, would they see it the same way? Would they see it the same way? It's easy to say that when it just looks like a thing to you. You know, it looks easily replaced. And even from my standpoint, it gave me cause to pause because although I treat them as my companions, you know, I also have to empathize, put myself in different situations and look at things from different angles. So I just started thinking like, man, get rid of Callie and the girls. You know, from a financial decision, somebody can say, hey, now I see some hair floating. That's what that is. You son of a gun. That's what it is. It is hair floating somewhere. So either way, would I get rid of the Callie and the girls for $1 million? Jay, you can build other emotional bonds with your new dogs and things of that nature. But you know, as time goes on, these dogs are really actually unique. You know, if something just ran over Callie right now and destroyed her, you can make more sense of it. You know, I can make more sense of the whole scenario of replacing her and then her still being alive in a new body and things of that nature. But when you decide to just give her away or something like that, that's a whole nother scenario. That's you just literally treating her like a thing. And like I said, it's an emotional bond. So for me, when I started thinking about it, I said, no, you know what? This question isn't just, it's cut and dry. Especially, it's definitely not going to be just cut and dry for everybody. So my man Dawes, he put it in perfect perspective. And I'm going to be reading comments from my video because this is where it came from, called Visions in the Rearview Mirror. And that was the actual last Dog King Power album. But man, I love the way Dawes did this question though. And so I'm gonna open up with Dawes. This is what he said. He said, hey, Jay, great string. He said, that should be a standalone question. The $1 million question. And the question he's referring to is, would you get rid of your dogs for $1 million? He says, you know what? Let's make it a bit deeper, shall we? Let's say somebody offered you $1 million for your dogs. But if you accepted the money, you can't buy another dog with that money. Johnny K! Johnny K! Johnny K became a team. I love you, dogs. I'm gonna put Johnny K up there, man, for a second. New team member, baby. Yeah. Congrats, Johnny. Number 8. That's gonna put me on. Hey, that's gonna put I needed one more member. So now one member is gonna get a chance to get featured on my channel. It's gonna randomly show a team member on my channel. Thank God. Thank you, Johnny, for joining. Appreciate you, brother. But Dawes said, let me repeat what he said. He said that should be a standalone video, the $1 million question. He gave me the idea to do this show. He said, let's make it a bit deeper, shall we? let's say somebody offered you $1 million for your dolls, but if you accept it, you can't buy another doll with that money. You can never make another video or help anyone to make a decision about the companion doll lifestyle. In fact, you have to shut down your channel. Would you still say yes? In fact, I posed that question to all you guys that were making jokes about it. That's really what the heart of what I was sort of getting at, as far as now it's a sacrifice that people can really understand a bit deeper. Not only $1 million to get rid of my dolls, but guess what? It's not so simple as having money now, brother. You can't buy no more dolls. You can't help anybody else on your channel. Matter of fact, shut it down today. Here go your $1 million. Here go your $1 million. Don't ever touch the dolls again or come close to this lifestyle. And I'm letting you know that answer for me is a clear no. $1 million ain't worth the dream that's in my heart today. No. It's not worth my dream. It's not worth what I'm doing. It doesn't mean enough to me. Not only that, I would not want to get rid of this lifestyle for $1 million. So where I can go date a human woman. Like I say, I'm not against human women. I just happen to be a man on this side. I would be saying the same thing about a human relationship, from their standpoint. But I'm speaking from my standpoint. I don't want no human relationship. Why? For me, it's too complicated. It's too much stuff going on. This is my ultimate happiness. So you're telling me you're going to give me $1 million to leave what's making me happy in my life. Not only that, I can't help anybody. Then I have to shut my channel down. Because I was sharing this with my mom one time. I was like, man, even when I was following my other dreams in life, it used to always be for the pursuit of money. It used to always be for the pursuit of money. I used to always like, man, I can't wait till I get rich, man, doing this, or doing that. And then I used to be like, you know what? If I ever got rich, I'm done with this, man. I'm finna chill out. Or people would be like, man, I love to hit the lottery. And I was asked, would you still do the things that you were doing? I'd be like, man, nah, why would I do it? I'm a millionaire. So that used to be my answer all the time. But I told my mom, I was like, you know what? If I ever win a lottery or something, I would not want to stop doing what I'm doing. I would use that lottery money to fund what I'm doing. And I said, that's the difference between what I'm doing now. I love what I'm doing so much. It's bigger than the money. It's way bigger than the money. The money can help me do what I'm doing. But like I said, I wouldn't just become a millionaire and just, yeah, I'm rich now. See y'all, I'm finna disappear. No, I love this. And in this temporary world, money just can't buy everything. It just can't buy everything. I'm sorry. So I'm going to continue with this question. He says, if you say yes, and this to everybody else, you would have to give up that one thing forever, guys. Whatever that is. So if it's dolls, it's dolls. If it's relationships, it's relationships. If it's human vagina, it's human vagina. If it's gaming, it's gaming. If it's pets, movies, whatever. So if you're a guy out there and you're in your human-to-human relationships, you can't never go back. But see, you don't love the doll life. You love the human-to-human relationships. So you have to give up that for your $1 million and don't ever go back. Or you can have a relationship, but no human vagina. For the rest of your life. Got to give it up. If you got pets, guess what? If you really identify with pets, you love them, and they mean the most to you, guess what? Give it up for $1 million. So whatever you love the most, whatever you're into for $1 million, and you can never go back to it. And so I think that puts things in a whole different perspective, because you're still going to have some people, forget that, give me the $1 million. And once again, those people that would take that will find out what I'm saying. Everything ain't got a price tag. Everything just ain't got a price tag, especially in this world. And the show that I'm going to do, man, I'm trying to think, should I wait? But this show that I'm going to do coming up soon is going to really put in perspective. That's probably another reason I didn't do that show today. It's going to really put in perspective this question that he's asking about how much is your life worth? How much is what you love worth? You know, can you put a price tag on things of that nature? If you're a family guy, could you put a price tag on never having a family again, but you know this what you love? You know, what if you like, what if you can afford and you like expensive cars and you looking forward to buying your next one? But guess what? I can give you a sum of money, but you can never collect your cars again. The thing that you really love in life. And like I say, in some cases, you have people, and this is just my opinion, that would take that money only to realize a little bit later when it's too late, damn, it really wasn't worth this. You know, it really wasn't worth this. And that's the thing. In this material world, you'll be fooled to thinking that these material gains mean everything. You know, and some people might even say, hey, your girl's a material. Well, what I mean by material gains is what's affecting your emotions, what emotional connections you have, you know, what is making you healthy from the inside, you know, what is providing you comfort. Does it have a price tag on it to sell a little bit of your happiness? You know, something that completes you. And I just thought that was a very intriguing question, man. It's really one that I can't answer for you. I can only answer for myself. That's one of those questions. Every person has to make a decision for themselves. And I say this, according to those guidelines, it's no way I'd shut my channel down and get rid of my dogs and not live this lifestyle and you know, just so I can have some money in the bank. Like I say, ultimately, I'm going to end up being unhappy with money. That's the thing. I'm going to be unhappy with money because this life is it shouldn't be the pursuit of money that drives you. It should be the pursuit of a dream. So that's just my opinion. So I'm going to get you reading the comments on this video. And since that was, hey, look, I already know some comments on that one. I'm going to come to the comments, but I'm going to get through reading the comments on this video. Carol Rush, another Dog King Army team member, says, good live. Thank you here, Dog King Army. And Carol, we got a new member. Johnny K just joined the family. And I said, Dog King Army for life. Brandon said, oh, I misunderstood something Brandon said. Because he said something about he got me confused with the dog channel or something. I just didn't understand what he was talking about. But Brandon said my misfit dolls, and this was I'll get to that later. But he said my misfit dolls comment was about my initial thought that you were talking about misfit dolls, like dolls no one wanted or were defective or the like. Okay. He said, but your remarks on branded dolls make sense. Okay. I feel you, Brandon. Because I can't lie, I was confused. I didn't know what he was talking about. So either way, let me get to the comments and I'm gonna go to my next video. But since that was the opening salvo and pretty much like I say, I've said my piece on it as far as, hey, I don't think it would be worth it for me. I'm gonna check with everybody else. Kevin welcomes Johnny K. Honey, welcome, bro. And Johnny K, we all have special emojis, but using this software, it doesn't work. But I tell you what, I'm gonna do a member-only live stream for a test. We're gonna find out if it works just on the YouTube application. Lieutenant Johnny K reporting for duty. Lieutenant Johnny, what up, Lieutenant? MGTOW says a human woman would destroy your $1 million. Dawes, man. Oh, Dawes for the win. Look, man, I was confused with FTW meant. Dawes for the win. Sappho says it wouldn't add up to $1 million anyways because you have to pay taxes on it. MGTOW says taxation is theft. Hey, I give you $1 million without the, it's tax free. Blue CCG says, what an interesting question. Man, it's a strong question. Because like I said, man, I'm just going to be honest. A lot of people have been dealing with poverty, less than, not enough, struggling to pay bills for so long. And man, a lot of people, they may even be willing to sacrifice some of their happiness for that money. But man, it's crazy. Like I say, even under those circumstances, man, I'm telling you, money is not everything. But I understand what people's mindsets are. I do want to say that. I understand what their mindsets may be. Rejected from E. He said, what up, brother? What up, brother? He said, why is it that like 90% of lottery winners go broke in a couple of years? You know what? I be hearing that, but it's so hard for me to believe that number is that high. Because I'm like, man, you know what? I believe a lot of people end up probably giving it away to family or something. They probably don't know how to say no or something. But I've always said I love my family and things of that nature, and I do want to help people. But man, you do have to know when to say, okay, good. Look, you can't save the world as a millionaire. I don't care if you win $70 or $100 million, $200 million tomorrow. You can't save the world. You can help a lot of people. But at some point you do have to think, okay, guess what? I have to make sure that people after me and my family are going to have something. Because that's really the whole thing about wealth. It's not really all about, okay, dang, I want to be able to buy 20 Ferraris. No, it's about being able to, for me, have some of the things you like, pay your bills, but man, leaving a legacy, leaving something for, so people can have a better start than you. So man, when I hear that 90% of them going broke, that's crazy. If that's a true statistic, I never checked it. Johnny K says it feels great to finally be a member. Now it feels great to have you as a member. And like I say, just another member. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I just appreciate all my members and viewers and everybody just for even working with me, only because I think everybody knows, hey, I'm not the super technological genius. Everything I've done with my channel, I've been learning along the way, trying to build along the way, trying to make the experience better for you along the way, trying to bring my dreams to life along the way. And especially in the beginning, I really had no idea to even begin, but I just did. I was trying stuff. And even now, it's so much tape and Band-Aids on stuff, trying to get stuff to work and trying to make the experience better. And I said that all to say that, man, even with the team membership, man, I'm going to be striving to continually improve that as time goes on. Nothing that you see today will be like you see it next year. Not like you see it hopefully next month, the next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I want to continually improve and improve and improve. So I appreciate any of you guys that's jumping on the train now, and everybody that's been on the train even earlier. Because, hey, guess what? It's an evolution. And I appreciate you, Johnny. Blue CCG says, Dog King Army for life. Yeah. He said, I can't wait to see who wins Vagina Scent competition. Round 2. Hail the Dog King Army. Yeah. Man, I can't lie. It's one thing I'm fighting with. And at this point, I may just leave it alone because I've sort of done the research, but it's another issue I'm fighting with. And that's the lineup. That's the only thing. And I'm thinking I may just leave it alone. But it's Kristen Mayer, Nadine, BX Bullet, and Mandy Summers right now. But I keep on thinking, should I change Mandy out for this girl named, what is her name? I can't even hardly think of it. It's Courtney something, I believe. Oh, Daisy Cousins. Yeah, Daisy Cousins. I'm like, man, should I trade her out? I'm just not sure. I'm not sure exactly how to go with that right now. But I think about it, and that's why I say, you know what? I might just have to wait for a second until that feeling is all the way right. Hey, one more week ain't gonna hurt. Yeah, hey, look, I've been asking people to chime in, but nobody ever chimes in on that Johnny K. I've asked about 5 or 6 streams. Hey guys, who you think I should put in there? Every time I check the comments, nobody ever says anything. He said he heard Courtney. I don't know he said Courtney. No. I was thinking about Daisy Cousins. So either way, guys, I don't really see a lot of chime in on that the big subject. So guess what? We'll move on. But I'm glad that it's out there for people to think about. You know, what would you put a price tag on? Would you leave the thing that you love for $1 million? The thing that you love to do every day? Would you leave the woman that you're in love with? Would you just give a chance up to ever date a woman again? You know, if that's what you're into. You know, would you leave your doll life forever? You know, one that you don't have to answer, but it's definitely one for you to think about. And I guarantee you, the one thing DAS did get accomplished is he made the question of giving away something you love for $1 million mean a lot more. And he put a lot more weight behind it, to the point of it's not so easy, to give away the thing that you may love, in life. As opposed to it is to be able to look and say, hey, yeah, you can get rid of that. But no, like he said, get rid of your jewel. Get rid of what you find important, or get rid of what you really value. And that's a whole different question. Courtney says Courtney should be the new name. That's funny. Oh, Alejandro said it's starting to feel like my dog laughs and likes different things. Sometimes it really feels like she's alive. Believe me, Alejandro, there's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, it's called an imagination, my friend. It's called an imagination. And when you use your imagination does become alive. It becomes alive, Now, some people may take that to a whole nother level and into a whole nother realm. But I accept it for what it is. It's imagination, just like a child has. And the thing about it, when you're sitting down playing with your toys and you're in your imaginary world, things can start to take on a life of their own. Like they say, perception is reality. And let me tell you, it's funny that you said something about your dog laughs, because I told you, once again, this damn woman next to me, it's been like over the last few days, once again, we've had some interactions that's prompted me to want to do a show. I may do it tonight, actually, but it's so funny. I don't know what he mean by that, but according to says, I look at it as some people change their name. That's how it happens all the time. You're not discarding who you love. Oh, no. I do look at it like that, because another, like I said, unless something traumatizing happens to Callie, it's not as simple as just changing a name or something. To me, that's going to be that is getting rid of who I love to a certain degree. But I also say this, once again, according to the $1 million question, you wouldn't only get rid of whoever you love, you wouldn't be getting another one. You wouldn't be getting another one, Courtney. So whatever you would get rid of, you wouldn't be getting another one. Courtney, a really cool name. I like Courtney. He says, I understand statement completed. My imagination is off the charts, and I don't care what people think about it because I'm me. My name is Courtney, a really cool name. I love that name. Alejandro says, imagination makes life infinitely better. Okay, and Courtney comes back with truth. So now, guess what, baby? We're going on to the next. I forgot we had some actually interesting topics here to talk about. We're going on to the hunting of Venti. And I did actually save one of those tapes of Venti just in case we have to go back over it. But the hunting of Venti, it was crazy because I was watching Venti stream one night and her door moved. And man, I tell you, it was so crazy. I really felt like something supernatural happened that night, right? Because it wasn't just that I saw it, it was my spirit was unrested the rest of the night. And man, I promise you, I've learned something. When your spirit gets moved in a certain way, you better pay attention to it. It's cool to say, oh man, that's nothing. But every time I've said there's nothing in life, it's always something been wrong behind it. You know, whenever you don't listen to your spirit, your gut, it's always something that happens wrong. So man, I was looking at this string and it was just the way that door moved all of a sudden and locked like that. I said, you know what? Something is not right. And so I did the show called The Haunting of Brittany Venti. And I got a lot of people that had a different opinion. You know, some people agreed with me, some people didn't. And man, I tell you what, it was Mike TV, my good guy. It was other people that felt like it may not have been supernatural, but me and Mike was actually talking about it on the stream. And I say this is why I appreciate Mike and anybody that may have different opinions on the show. But man, when I went back after that show and I got to looking at that, I kept looking at that damn video. And man, it was just something about it that kept telling me, Jay, don't you remember how you felt that night? I said, yeah, I remember. It said, don't try to explain it. You felt like that for a reason. And when I kept looking at that video, I said, you know what? Something happened. I ain't gonna, not for me to convince nobody. I'm just talking about just for myself. I said, you know what? I'm going to accept it for what it is. It reminded me almost of when I first got started with the dog thing. So, it was a guy trying to get me to do a movie about the dog life. And I thought it sounded like a good idea. But you know what? My spirit kept saying, don't trust this guy. Don't trust this. Don't trust any of this. Don't do it. But in the natural, it kept saying, hey, man, why wouldn't you do the movie? Go ahead and do it. But in my spirit, I couldn't feel right about it. I said, something ain't right. Something just ain't right. The day before I was supposed to make a decision, everywhere I was driving to, I kept going to the wrong place. I could never drive to the right place. I said, damn. I keep driving past everywhere I'm going. My spirit is out of whack. I said, is it because of this damn movie? I said, you know what? I got to listen to my spirit. I'm not supposed to do that. I called that guy and I said, you know what, bro? I'm not doing this. He said, why? He said, it's something not right in my spirit about it. He said, is that the only reason you're turning this down? I said, yeah. I said, it's something right about not right in my spirit about it. He said, you really let your spirit make you not do this? I said, yep, I would. I said, because I believe God, I said, God is going to tell me the way I need to go. And I say, he telling me that I shouldn't do this. He said, okay. As soon as the phone hung up, it was like a weight, a cloud lifted off of me. I'm talking about like straight, a physical cloud where I just began to feel like, wait a minute. I felt like I listened to what God told me to do that day. And you know what? That was the same feeling I had with Venti that night of, you know what? It's something ain't right here. Something happened. So either way, it wasn't many comments on the video, but a guy named Swag commented on the video. And he said, if you see, clearly the door shuts, which I saw there. He said maybe the AC kicked in or maybe something more. Whatever it was, she should get Sage and get bad spirits out of there. In other words, at the end, he was like, look, hey, something still might have went crazy. I said this, I appreciate your thoughts. I kept looking at it myself, and my final thought is, it's something just not right about it. I'll mention it again in the next Venti report, which I didn't get to. But going back to what he said, my AC powers on 24/7. I've never seen it open and close the door. You know, never. I've never seen it kick on that strongly. And it's stronger than the AC that I had in the apartment complex. I don't know about you guys, but when you're living at home, my AC, it just sounds a lot stronger than the one I had at the couple of apartments that I've stayed in. It doesn't have that type of effect like a house air conditioner, and that's never happened at home. Even the door by the air conditioner has never rumbled or moved every time it comes on. So even I was like, nah, I appreciate your thoughts, but I don't think that really happened. Then, like she said, no windows were open. Where was the wind coming from? Courtney! Appreciate you, Johnny K. Courtney came in and says with a super sticker, $1.99. Thank you, Courtney. I love you, brother. So once again, I don't mind anybody that doesn't think anything happened there, but I say this. I keep making this case. If a UFO lands in my backyard and I take a video of it with my cell phone, I'm already prepared for nobody to believe it, no matter the footage. It's always going to be an explanation. And so you can keep trying to explain that away to make yourself feel better. Anybody can. But it's pretty undeniable. Something happened. That door was sitting perfectly unbothered until all of a sudden it's not only slightly closes, but it latches. I want people to think about that. When a door closes, you actually have to put a little bit more pressure for it to go ahead and close and clap and latch. And so all of that was troubling to me to see. Carol comes in, another Dog King Army team member, and says, yeah, the door shut. She said, a lot of people saying it could be the AC. But truthfully, I've never seen an AC so strong that it pushed the door to the point you can actually hear the door close. That's what Carol said. And I said, Carol, I've never seen an AC that powerful either. No offense to anybody. I said, I definitely think it was unnatural. Have a good one. I sent her love and thumbs up. But I do want to come back to Courtney right quick because he gave me the super sticker and he didn't leave a comment. So I want to honor what he said right here. He said, I like that story. I like that story. That made me happy. Did what you feel was right. What you felt was right. I believe in all of that energy. Oh, thank you, Courtney. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, Courtney. Let me go back up though. Because the last thing I read was Courtney saying truth up here. He said, how about you don't get rid of her name and that's just her nickname or pet name? That's because it's such a cool name. Well, according to the $1 million prospect, I have to get rid of it all. I can't have her anymore, you know? So I can't have a fake Callie or anything, you know? I guess I could run across a human woman named Callie and that technically wouldn't be breaking the rules. Courtney crazy. Courtney says, you know I'm messing with you, Jay. I mean, Courtney is a really awesome name, but I'm not trying to make you change who you and what you believe physically. Oh, what you believe physical. Oh, he's just talking about using the name Courtney. Oh, okay. I didn't even get that you wanted me to use the name Courtney. You know what? The only thing about naming your dog, it got to come from somewhere on the, it just got to be some type of motivation. That's the only thing, Courtney. So if I ever got the motivation one day to name my dog Courtney, that'll be something different. But other than that, I couldn't just do it, because somebody, suggested it. It'd have to come from the inside. But Courtney is a damn good name. It's one of those names that can be confusing too, because it can go male or female. Johnny K says, I saw that too in Brittany's video. It was kind of spooky. Man, you know what? I'm going to tell you. It was so crazy because I didn't know what I was going to find when I hit rewind. Because when it happened, I was tempted to just keep looking at the stream. But when I saw how freaked out Brittany was, I said, no, something up with this. I said, something's up with this. This ain't just... This ain't normal for Brittany to be like this. I said, something ain't right. So I went back, and when I saw it, I said, man. Now, like I say, you can try to explain it away in a lot of different ways, but for me, it was pretty much unexplainable. Because I looked at the door, and I said, man, that doorknob, it has like a book bag hanging on it. And I just started visualizing my doors and the book bags that I have on my doors hanging. And I said, man, my book bags never just randomly make the door move if it's been sitting there, stationary, like hers was. I was like, it's just something not right about it. I'll let you guys look at it again right quick, because I still saved it on here. Let's just look at it again. I'll let you guys determine what. I'm going to let you see the long and the short version right quick before I go to the next video topic. I'll let you guys make the decision. Okay, guys, this is real time watching Brittany Venti get haunted. Check it out.
I'm hungry. See, guys, I made it. It's 7 p.m. and I didn't eat. I live by what I say. I practice what I preach. Dancing Queen's a good one that, gets everyone involved. Very happy one. Petals is over here. That wasn't Petals. You guys know I only have one cat now. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure serving you.
She definitely wasn't faking. Check this out. She goes up to check. She don't realize what really just happened. She think it was somebody out there, but it's nobody out there.
I don't have the windows open, so I have no idea what that was. I have no windows open.
It's crazy, Brittany.
There's no wind, guys. There's no windows open.
I can't lie. Brittany gave us a nice breast shot toward the end of that video. I give her credit. I can't lie. She had the tots out, boy. But here go the short version, guys, where I did a close-up on. This is Venti being haunted. Check this out.
I practice what I preach. Dancing Queen's a good one that, gets everyone involved. Very happy one.
See, that light moved and turned the damn door, man.
Petals is over here.
All right, guys. Now I'm back. And like I say, whether the light signified a spirit moving the door, or whether the spirit moved the door and the light ended up refracting off the handle, I don't know which scenario happened. I just say, for that door to just latch up like that after it had been sitting there like that, I don't know. It was strange to me, man. Very strange to me. Once again, it's like anything in life. If you keep looking at it and overanalyzing it, you may be able to finally convince yourself, oh, it's nothing, it's nothing. But I heard that still small voice in my spirit that said, Jay, don't you remember you couldn't even sleep from seeing that? I wasn't trying to even think about it. It was just some rustling in my spirit. So I said, nah, something ain't right about this. So either way, that was all I had to read on that. The next is the right wrench. I definitely got something to say about this video. And I'm gonna come to the comments right after this. But the right wrench, it was all a video about Ching Long, man. He had asked me a while back about which wrench to use on your companion dog, as far as her standing feet. It was a question that, like I said in the video, that I had always thought about as far as man, I wonder which Allen wrench I'm supposed to use on her feet. Or even if it's an Allen wrench. I had just never looked at that close when I first got my dog. But after a while, it had got to a point where the screws on my dog's feet were starting to protrude a little bit. And I said, man, I need to tighten these up. And when I looked around the house, the one Allen wrench that would have fit was missing. And I never got back to looking for it. And so when Chang Long asked me the question, that's what made me go, that's what made me say, you know what, I got to do this video one day because I don't see anybody telling you which Allen key to use. So I got a few things to say about this video. Because in that video, I said, hey, I don't really stand my dog up that much. So I never really, it was never really a pressing issue. Chang Long says, I like standing the dog up occasionally, just to add to realism, basically. I gave him a thumbs up. It's crazy. It really doesn't, I don't even think about it adding realism. For pictures, I'm sure it will. Or even, you know, I can understand what he means by this standpoint. See, I have pets, so I probably can't do like he can do. But if I just had Callie standing up somewhere in the living room when I walk past, or, you know, so I guess he can mean it like that. He can move her in different places in the house. So when he walks past her, things like that, he can make him feel like it's more real. I just rarely ever stand my girls up, stand alone somewhere. I just rarely ever do it. It's just something I'm cool with them just sitting next to me. I don't know what it is. I just rarely ever do it. Sheila Bell says, thanks again, Dog King, for another informative video. Hello, Saima. Hope you and the ladies have a fabulous weekend, because Saima was with me, and she's still laid out. You can see her foot wrapped up. You can see her foot wrapped up in the background over there. She's laid out. She's taken over Callie's position as the bed girl for the next 3 days. Over the last 3 days, she's been the one sleeping with me mainly. And me and Callie been doing a lot of work. But I appreciate you, Sheila, for being a Dog King Army member and chiming in. We said thanks for the awesome support. We love you and have a great weekend. And I say this, that video, you can't look to the past, ladies and gentlemen, like I always tell you. But that video, just for a second, it slightly frustrated me because it's the double standard on companion dogs. I had a very small video where I showed you screwing the foot, screwing in the screw into the bottom of the standing foot. I just want to show you it screwing in. It got flagged. No nudity at all, just the bottom of my dog's foot. And God bless my bosses, you know, the people at YouTube and all that. I appreciate them for allowing me to have the platform, but man, I just think they're too hard on my companion dogs, especially when we're not showing any type of nudity or anything. So I just felt like that was worth saying. Brandon Anderson says, I want to mention that between the brands, the boat size might be different. He said, my dog his XES dog's boat is bigger than the SE dog's boat. And you know what I told him? I said, I believe most are the same, but I'm glad you mentioned that there can be variations in design. He said, J-Dog can't help me, yeah, but to be fair, unless you get different brands, it won't likely affect anything since most dog owners have one or two of the same brand. I say this. I have a WM and a Kimber dog. Both of them use the exact same Allen wrench, two different brands. And that's what led me to say, you know what? Most of these standing feet are basically the same. You're going to need, depending on the Allen wrench set you have, it's probably going to be the fourth or fifth Allen wrench. And here's the deal. I believe the majority of dogs have the same screw only because it's just like the M16 bolt for dogs in their for the dogs to connect their heads to the bodies. Most dogs have the M16 screw that goes in the top of their neck so they can connect the head. You do have a few dogs that don't use the M16 screw, but like I said in the video, for the most part, you'll probably be safe with a 4 or 5, with the fourth or fifth Allen key in whatever set you have. But let's just say that it may be a different one. At the most, it's still going to be an Allen wrench. So guess what? Just find the corresponding Allen wrench and use it for your girl. I haven't seen a girl or heard of a girl that doesn't use an Allen key, but that may be out there. It could be a girl that uses a star instead of the hexagon that my girls use. But all in all, I still think it'll get you in a mind frame of what key to use to adjust your girl's standing feet. Let me see what else. Ching Long says, by the way, WM doll heads are the truth. He just, said something different. He said, it made my Kimber doll feel much more lifelike. I'm super impressed with WM doll heads. They are amazing. I've seen a variety that I definitely love. And it makes me want to get another WM in the future. I promise you, it really does. A different body type, but definitely another WM. He said, I probably said this before, but I think it's worth repeating. I said, you did, no, I didn't say that, but he has mentioned that before, but it is worth repeating. WM has some great doll heads. They really do. Next, Carol Russ says, hey, Jan Saima, look at Luke in the background. This video was amazing. I always encourage people to look at all my videos to the end. You never know what I may share extra at the end. I may give a shout out. Who knows what may happen. But at the end of that video, Luke came right on time and walked right into the video, and it was amazing. I love these cats. They just, honestly, man, they are literally majestic. And for him to jump in the scene right then, I didn't even notice it until I got to editing the video. And I said, look at this damn well Luke sneaking into the scene. He had me laughing, man. Carol says, cool video, important info to know. Thanks for sharing. I said, thanks, Carol. And I was laughing at Luke myself. He's always up to something because he is. He always into something. So that was all the comments on that video. I'm going to check in with you guys right quick. Now, I got a standalone comment on Misfit Dolls from my good friend Tiggs Hill Photos. That's really a code name. That's really a friend of mine right there. But what did he say? Oh, on Misfit Dolls, that's when I was talking about, the Island of Misfit Dolls. I was saying how, man, I always say about being wary of buying dolls off eBay and black sites. But, man, I hate to even talk. I hate to have to say that, but I can't lead you to the wrong place. I said, but I hate to say it because I hate to see any of these dolls not getting used. And it's basically like they're stranded on the island for Misfit Dolls. And my guy, Tiggs Hill's Photo says, you are so right, Jay, about your advice on Kimber Dolls. He said it's an amazing price and a very reputable company. He said too many people get caught with eBay dolls and they don't last. He said maybe a couple of months. He said the advantage of Kimber Dolls is they match perfectly with any brand head, like Ching Long just said, and tan if you're wanting variety. So you do need to have a tan head. He said, my collection of dolls are mainly Kimber Dolls. He has about 15. He says with WM, JY, and Iron Tick heads. He said, I have 15 of them, and all now have their own personality and looks, which he has them develop very well. He said, love the channel, Jay. Keep up the amazing work. I said, those black market dogs aren't worth the hassle, my friend. Thanks for checking in, my friend. God bless you and the girls. They are looking better and better with every shoot because he's a photographer, and boy, his girls do look amazing. I'm going to check in with you guys. And oh yeah, this gonna be a nice little sprint of a Dog King power hour here. Let me see what these comments talking about. I can't leave y'all stranded for too long over here. Once again, man, shouts out to the Dog King Army. We got a new member, Johnny Caden, joined the club, man. I'm glad Johnny joined, man. Good to have another member. Hey, okay, hold on. I gotta go back. Hold on, I gotta go back. He said, Courtney says, that's the right minds that they have, but we are definitely not the form of life in the only form of life in the universe. I don't believe that's possible. No, Courtney, you sure agree with me on that. He said, it doesn't bother me. I welcome anything new and different. He said, it's okay for you to call me whatever you want, but I'm a she. Okay. Courtney, you never know. I'm glad you are, it's so good to have a woman in here. But I have dudes with these, I have dudes with, they have a female doll picture. You don't never know. I never know what gender I'm talking to unless somebody makes it obvious. So it's good to know you're a woman. And I'm glad to have some vagina here. Thank God. She said, I'm the best cheerleader, motivator, and supporter of love. Oh, amazing. Hey, that's great. You're a cheerleader motivator. The only reason I even chimed in about it, Jay, and I'm laughing and giggling saying this is because you said Courtney by accident earlier on. Okay, right. But look, I'm going to be honest. You had me sort of confused on the name thing because I didn't know whether you were a man or a woman. So I was like, not really wanting to concede this, wanting to call my dog Courtney at the time because I'm like thinking like, man, I don't even know what's going on here. But like I said, knowing that you're a she, it makes it feel better. And nothing against anybody, but it makes it feel better knowing that, okay, I'd be cool with naming one of my dogs Courtney even now more. Tree Goblin says Stalker was watching her. What is Goblin talking about? Courtney says, that is true. My brother has a name that goes like that too. He's a terrorist, see? Tree Goblin, I like Jay. He's cool. I like, yeah, Courtney, thank you. I'm glad you're here, Courtney. Power Brand says, show Britney's tights again. Hey, hello, Courtney. Tree Goblin says. Courtney says, what kind of pets do you have, Jay? I just got cats, Courtney. She says, I have a 7-year-old Boston Terrier who is my child. Seriously, I consider him my son and his famous Walter James. What does she mean by Walter? Oh, his famous Walter James. I don't know what that means. What are Walter James? And I'm coming back to you, Walter James. What does famous Walter James mean? I don't know what that means. But I say this, God bless you and your Boston Terrier. I just got cats. I had cats and dogs younger. We grew up with both. But I figured out earlier I was just a cat man because I love all animals, honestly. But as far as keeping pets, I'm a cat man because cats are more like me. They're laid back. They're chill. They never stink. They clean themselves, even though I give them a bath once a month. Hey, only thing I have to do is empty their litter box. I take them out for walks, but I don't have to do that. It's just something to enrich their life. So, man, even just their mannerisms, the way they act around the house and their spiritual beings as well. I mean, all of them are spiritual beings, but they're just spiritual in a different type of way. And so, man, I just found out that, you know what? I probably am a cat. I would be a cat, if I could come back as an animal. And so I just really connect with them. But I do have respect for dog people and dogs because they are a connection of themselves. but I couldn't do the dog thing. Now, Courtney, you're gonna have to deal with me. And guys, this video may be a bit longer than I want it to be, but let me see if we can see. Let's see if the short video shows Brittany's tots for Pirate Brain. Since he wants to see the tots again, we got to entertain Pirate Brain. Let him see the tots. Sorry, Courtney. This is not me. This is my friend Pirate Brain. I got to help him out. So just one time for him. We don't want to. Okay, guys, this is real time watching Brittany Venti get haunted. Check it out. Now you don't see the tots in that one. Let me show. I got to show the long. This is Venti being haunted. Check this out.
I practice what I preach. Dancing Queen's a good one that like gets everyone involved. Very happy one.
See, that light moved and turned the damn door, man.
Petals is over here.
Okay, guys, this is real time watching Brittany Venti get haunted. Check it out.
I'm hungry. See, guys, I made it. It's 7 p.m. and I didn't eat. I live by what I say. I practice what I preach. Dancing Queen's a good one that like gets everyone involved. Very happy one. Petals is over here. That wasn't Petals. You guys know I only have one cat now. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure serving you.
She definitely wasn't faking. Check this out. She goes up to check. She don't realize what really just happened. She think it was somebody out there, but it's nobody out there.
I don't have any windows open, so I have no idea what that was. I have no windows open.
It's crazy, Brittany.
There's no
Man, I can't lie. We had to watch a lot just for that small payoff of seeing those tots at the end. But once again, I will give Brittany credit. Those tots were titillating, if you know what I'm saying. I got to give her credit on that. Man, but I can't wait. I'm going to get a chance to answer a question from a viewer. It should be on this next video. Yep, through the eyes of Venti. That's going to be the next video. And I'm not going to do a Venti report today, per se. I think I'm going to wait on the Venti report. I may do one Saturday. I may do an extended Venti report. I may do a Venti report standalone video because I'm going to tell you something. I've said it a million times. Venti, man, I was just looking at some of her tweets and all the stuff she been saying. I ran across this video that played into a lot of the things that I knew about Brittany, or that I had came to think about Brittany. I found a video that really, without me knowing it ahead of time, it basically revealed everything that I was saying about her to be pretty much on the money. I said, damn, I was literally right. So I could talk about Brittany damn near. Honestly, I could stop talking about campaign dollars and damn near talk about Brittany about 4 days a week. I'm talking about that's how much news that she can give you. But that, of course, I'm not going to do that. This is my love and passion. She is just so fun. She gives me that other element of something else to talk about because I still like human women. And they give me the psychological profile. That's the biggest amazing thing about Brittany before I go into this next video is she's not every woman. Every woman doesn't think like Brittany. But she gives you a psychological profile into a lot of different things that women think and do, and she has such an array of it. You know, some women give you a touch of it, but she has a rainbow of things that she gives. Let me tell you, I stopped there only because I stopped there because I'm going to get a chance to talk about it now. You know what? Even though I'm not going to do a Venti report, I'm still going to play her new song. Who gives a damn? Let's play her new song. I seen something in the chat. I'm going to have to look. I can't wait to get back to the chat. Let's sing Venti's new song. Where is it at? I made a new Venti song. Did I get rid of it? Oh, man. Oh, it looked like I did get rid of it. I'm going to have to add it back. But I ain't going to add it right now. Forget it. We'll go right into it. I would play the old Venti song, but now I wanted to play the new one. Because the new one is funny to me. I like the new Venti song. But either way, so let's get into it. This video is through the eyes of Venti. And on this video, I had a few people that was chiming in on the live stream. They was like, man, I don't want to talk about Venti right now and this, that, and this. And I understand some people, especially that may even have something against human women, they may have been like, man, I don't want to talk about no human woman. But here's the deal. Like I told you guys, I got to go with my spirit. With whatever my spirit is telling me to go with. And like I say, especially by me doing the show every day, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things. And this woman is ultra interesting. She really is. You can learn so much about women just from looking at her. I'm going to tell you, Bob Rogers, Little Miss Sunburn, I done seen her on all type of streams. I'm so glad to have her stop in on mine. She said, Brittany looks like one of your dolls in the thumbnail. She had me laughing because the truth is, I was making a thumbnail one day and I had Brittany's face right next to Saima. And for a split second, I said, damn. If you go back and look at that thumbnail of The Haunting of Brittany Venti, her and Saima actually look slightly similar. I said, damn, Bob Rogers, you actually right. Chris said, indeed, Bob. And Bob Rogers says, I hope she sees this, which it'll be funny. I know the beautiful Venti, she checks on, she may not ever want to admit it, but she checks on me every now and then. She just like Thana, she got a crush. I had a woman come in, and I think she might have been taking a slight. I'm not sure. But she said, I'm all for these dogs. More men need them. Now, I don't know whether she meant that by, I'm glad y'all can leave us alone. Or I don't know whether she meant it of, hey, they can be a help to more men. It could have been taken either way. If she meant it in a, y'all can go back, y'all can have them dogs. Forget y'all. If she meant it like that, that's fine. Because guess what? These dogs are good for some men. They are. And women too, depending on if they have their mentality. So if she meant it like that, that's fine. If she meant it sincerely, then that's also cool. So I gave her the thumbs up. Withering Liberal. Okay, this is the one I want to talk about. My guy, Withering Liberal. He says, you should name your next dog Brittany. This is something else that some people were playing into. And this isn't coming against Withering Liberal, but this is just me reading a little bit more into the psychology by even asking me the question. I made the video called Immune to Seduction. And if you go look at it, you'll understand exactly why I named it that. Because when you're happy, whether you're with a human woman, synthetic woman, or whatever you're with, or if you're just happy in life and you're content, you can look at everything from an analytic standpoint and not really be shaken. And in that video, that's why I was trying to explain to people, man, when you're happy, you can interact with the women at the workhouse that you used to think was super duper hot. You can talk to them. You can still think they're super duper hot, but it's not going to overwhelm you. Because why? You have your woman at home. You're not thinking about them. They're not getting you so sexually charged where, oh, Lord, she's so fine. She's driving me crazy. Oh, man, I got to have her. Well, now you ain't thinking that because you got your woman. You already home. Or you got whatever makes you super duper happy. And so that's what these companion dogs are for me. So I've sort of tried to explain this in the past. And you know what? Of course, I'm not going to break my neck trying to explain it to one, try to make people understand. But I keep throwing it out there to let you know it's a component of not only being happy, but if you're happy in this lifestyle, it's definitely a component. So when I'm looking at the Thanas of the world, who let you know, Thana is more my type of woman. She's a 5 foot tall woman. I like short women, uh, and she has a decent figure. She's not the finest girl. God bless her, by far that I've dated, but she's a nice looking woman. I like women like that. But whenever you see me going crazy over her, or oh, she fine, oh, she fine, or even like I just said about Brittany's tots, oh, she got some nice tots. It's not from the same standpoint that some people think it's from. They think it's from that single guy standpoint of, I really want them. No, I can appreciate them being fine, but I'm not in anybody's DMs and I don't desire to try to talk to them. I'm happy. So if they were to kick in my door and say, hey, take some of this vagina, boy, then I'd be like, hey, okay, now that's something different. I'll take it. But if they ever kicked in my door and say, get rid of them dogs and just take me instead, then it's going to be some problems. But as far as Brittany, I sort of explained this. She's cute. I hate when I'm going to bring this up at another time, but I hate when she talks about her eyes. Her eyes, guess what? She's different, but guess what? It doesn't make her ugly. She's beautiful. She's sexy and all that. And this video, through the eyes of Brittany, took a look through her eyes. I just examined her whole day. And honestly, she was finer in that video physically and actually personality-wise than I've seen her at one time. I'm talking about that video put everything together. But even with that, she's not my ideal type woman that I'm attracted to normally. I just say that. For two, I only even look at her so much because of her personality, not because I'm entranced with her beauty. It's her personality. It's what she's saying and doing that really makes me say, damn, this woman is making me look at the psychology of a woman in so many different ways. She has it all that makes me look at it. And if I wasn't happy, then not withering liberal, but people who would assume that I like her in a romantic way, they would be more close to right. Because when you're not in a relationship, man, it's hard to look at these women, whether they're your type or not. It's hard to look at these attractive women and not sort of get caught up in it. You're going to be looking at them like, man, oh man, I want this girl. Man, I want to talk to her. Man, I wish I knew her for real. Man, you'll be looking at it like that. You really would. But that never happens to me because I'm happy. And that's what I basically tried to tell him. I said, Venti is just interesting, my friend. I have no romantic interest in her, even though she's beautiful. So when you say, should I name my next dog Brittany? That's almost hinting at the fact that, hey, since you like Brittany, why don't you name one of your dogs Brittany? No. I like her. She's cool, to look at. She's interesting. She's not ugly. She's not getting kicked out the bed. She couldn't offer me the vagina, and I'd say I don't want it. It's nothing like that. But she's not even my ideal type. That's one. But for two, I'm only looking at her because she's interesting, not because she's super duper fine. Because if I was just looking at it just from a super duper fine standpoint, no offense, I would be looking at just Instagram models or something. I'd be finding one of them girls to look at. You know what I'm saying? Because they are the epitome of, some of them girls are physically flawless, damn near. And nobody's flawless, but damn near they are. So that was the last comment that I'm going to address on that video. And I got Be the Matador, but I'm going to wait. I got 4 comments. I'm going to tag these right quick, and then I'm going to go to Be the Matador, which is my Reset Sunday. But Through the Eyes of Venti was a very interesting video. Man, followed her from the beginning of her day. And by the end of the day, she caught trains. She traveled through the city, and by the end of the day, she went skating. And I was so interested in that video because I said Venti might have won the first scent competition because she came off to me as so innocent and sweet, like a little angel. But as you know, Venti, you can start to see the thorns come out. Hey, that girl, hey, she'll fool you. She more of a fighter than you think. But that video just had the full gamut, because what I really loved about that video was it got to a point where Venti was doing some sort of arrogant things. And this is why I say, if I was a single guy, her charm might start working on me, even though she isn't my ideal physical body. Because I've dated all type of women that weren't my ideal physical body. You always have to break outside of what you never know what you might find. So I've dated taller women that were a little bit bigger, women that were smaller than I might have wanted. But I'm telling you, Venti, watching her, she could probably work on me eventually if I had nothing in my life. Because even some of her arrogance can get sort of cute. Because I promise you, it was one part in the stream where she was like, I'm so beautiful. It just had me laughing the way she said it. And then there was another part where she was like, I'm just so happy that I did it. And, it's just certain little moments where they're supposed to be arrogant, but she made it cute. But I keep telling you guys, about a few weeks before her cat died, I had connected with Venti when she was crying. I said, you know what? It's something connected me. I've said this before, connected me with this damn well Venti. I said, I know what it is. It's something more going on with her than just her cat. It's something more. I said, you know what? It's the way she was raised. I said also this. I said, you know what? She doesn't have a lot of other things to lean on. I'm going to stop right there. I ain't going to say no more. I say this. I found the information to back up pretty much all of the things that I was saying. I said, you know what? That's why I say those spiritual connections and things of that nature, that you feelings in the spirit, they be more right a lot of times than you think they are. Oh yeah. Mine set to it's set to adult content, Tree Goblin, and a lot of times it doesn't get struck. But the thing is, when it comes to these dolls, man, they're just sensitive. I just say that they can get real sensitive about it, and man, I promise you, the video that I got rid of, you could damn near short on Mr. Rogers for adults. It was so G rated. I ain't saying for kids, but I'm saying it was that G rated. Blue CCG says, have you ever thought about getting another kitty? And honestly, before I got my dolls, my mama tell you, I was thinking about getting 4, 5, 6 cats, because I really want to build something as well with my dolls. I have an idea for how I want to change my living arrangements for my dolls in the future. But I also want to change my living arrangements for my cats. And I can share that part of it with you. I've always wanted to have all these compartments throughout the house for my cats, ledges and things of that nature, secret tunnels. So I wanted several cats so they could all be enjoying that type of a lifestyle, even though I don't have that right now. But as I've told you guys, I've learned more about the companion dog lifestyle, and this is a lifestyle I truly love. I'm going to be going forward with it for the foreseeable portion of the rest of my life. And one of the biggest things that I told you I don't love around my dog is the pet dander. I don't necessarily love that part of it being around my dogs, because for me, I can't really properly display my dogs like I want to all the time throughout the house or anything, because I can't be 100% that my cats will never scratch one of my dogs. May think they're a damn scratching post. Who knows? Even though they never touch them. So with all that said, I'm done with getting any more pets. I may replace my cats if anything happens to them, but I'm not going to add on to the pet family. I'm focused on adding on to the companion dog family. Tree Goblin says Courtney's not a catfish, honest. Oh, I believe that. Now that she said it. Courtney said, she said, no, I'm a girl. And I don't use pronouns in the word identify. And the words identify kind of annoys me. But that's just my opinion. Hell, you got to identify now, Courtney. She said, I'm also not anything that I wasn't born. How do you say it? She said, how do you say it that way so I don't insult anybody? I'm just a girl named Courtney. I know you said it right. I think that's perfect. I don't think that a woman of that nature would take any offense to the way you said that. You said it right. You was born a female. And I think they express it the same way. Tree Goblin says, I've got 3 cats. Love them. Hey, man, it ain't nothing like cats. I'm going to tell you something about cats. You can own cats and you can connect with cats. It's 2 different things. You can feed your cats and they can just live with you every day. Or they can see you as a cat. It's a difference when they accept you as literally one of them. That's the only way I can walk my cats. That's the only way it's even possible, really. They connect with me in a whole different way. It's crazy, man. They know when I'm coming home, even when I'm riding a bike. You know, they'll majestically be at the door waiting on me. Cats, man, they're crazy. When you really, I'm telling you, I've had cats and dogs. Dogs are great. Nothing wrong with them. A dog can connect with you the very first day. A cat can never connect with you, depending on your relationship. But what I found out, because I've had both, you really got to earn a connection in a different way with a cat. Now, with a dog, you can actually be treating the dog bad. It's still going to want to try to be your friend. Man, the cat going to be looking at you like you done lost your damn mind if you get to treat him bad. It still may eat, but it ain't going to want to have a damn thing to do with you. Like I said, a dog will keep coming back, you know. But I'm telling you, once you get a cat's trust, it's just different, man. I promise you, man. It's different. I ain't saying it's better, dog lovers. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying it's a different connection. She said his name is Walter James. Okay. She said, I'm sorry, I'm doing talk to text. Oh, it makes up what to say sometimes for me. I love that, Courtney. She said, and I love cats too. I had 2 cats. They're both passed, unfortunately. Oh, God bless them on their next journey. She said, my dog is named Walter James. Sweet. Since I consider him so close to me, like he's my child, I have to say his name, his full name. Oh, that's cool. I love Walter James. My cats just got one name, Luke and Yoda. So if they had 2, I'd call their full name. She said, and my Walter is not a typical hyper small dog. He's the laziest dog ever. I have to wake him up. He likes to sleep in. Oh, yeah, sweet. Tree Goblin says, nice. He crazy. Oh, yeah, that's why. Hey, John, I thought about that too, Johnny. Johnny says maybe it was the ghost of Brittany Venty's cat checking in on her. It was around the time her cat passed. It was like a few days after her cat passed. I promise you, this is the only difference. The only thing that made me think it wasn't the cat. Even though that's a great thought, because I had the thought too. Because I'm telling you, man, my spirit was attuned that night. Man, I was thinking about it that night. Was that the cat? And some started coming to me saying, no, it wasn't the cat. Something came to me, started telling me it was everything around the cat. Not the cat in general. I'm just talking about everything that was happening as far as just the emotional surge of energy that was going around. For one, with the cat being in that sickened, close to death state. So it was already half in, half out to a certain degree. Then I told you, something emotionally has been stirred up in Venti. I'm telling you, something about her past, her life and things of that nature. And she's been emotionally bothered. Not only that, she was emotionally bothered about the cat being sick. She was having these dreams. And I think by the cat passing, it brought a lot of other things to a head. Not to mention, if she has been playing with these tarot cards or Ouija boards or whatever she's been dealing with, that could have also rusted up just a lot of spiritual energy. I think it for me. So I was thinking, like, you know what? It was a spiritual cocktail that stirred things up that night. That's what I really think happened. I could be wrong. Could just have been a cat. Hey, Courtney said the P word is a fun word to say. It surely is. I can't lie. It's a good word to say now. I don't use it very often though like that. Courtney says, don't ever be sorry. I do an insomniac stream and I have a lot of adult content on there. Plus, I grew up with 4 brothers. Nothing shops in North as an insult me. Nothing shocks me. Meant to say that at the end. She said, nothing shocks me. Oh, that's great. That's great. I already know you know a lot of good stuff there, Courtney. If you had brothers, they just said all type of stuff around you. She said, I would have screamed just like she did. I'm gonna tell you, that stuff hits you different. That like what happened at Brittany Venture's house with that door closing. That stuff hits a lot different when it's, especially when you know it's nobody there. When you know it's nobody there, it hits a lot different. She said, oh, hell to the no. I have nothing wrong with that being a ghost or spirit, but don't be creeping up on me like that and scaring me. Johnny K said the vintage songs are both great. I love the vintage songs. Man, she was talking about some stuff the other day that had me laughing. I was laughing online. I don't know where everybody just woke up at, but people was posting online yesterday, and Venti and Nina Infinity and all these people were reacting to a damn video that Matt McCullum put out a few years ago where he was talking about real dog AI. The real dog AI dogs have been out like 3 or 4 years. I think they came out in 2019 or something. They've got released. And it's just the head that has the AI right now, as far as I know. They may have something else with a little bit of robotics, but there's no full robots out. But the video came out. I see it had like 6 or 7 million views, and everybody's like, look at this. This coming out now. And somebody finally asked me, hey, Jay, what do you think about this? I'm like, hey, bro, these have been out for like 3 or 4 years. You know, people act like they came out yesterday. I'm like, it just had me shocked. But Venti had me laughing about something she said. I wait for the Venti report. Chang Senpai says nice. I don't know. Maybe he saw Venti's breast. I don't know. Courtney says, I'm sorry I have to go. Courtney, I hate that the vagina leaving. She said, I will be back. And if not, she said, if I'm not back by the time you're finished, I'll catch up watching it later. And your comment. Courtney, well, we're going to miss you. I'm glad you did let me know that you're a woman. I really appreciate you having you here. I love having Carol here when she has time, or any other woman that shows up when they have time, because this show is not allergic to human vagina. I do have something more to say about human women, so please check back in, because I have something to say in just a second. Johnny K says, I have pets too. Dog King Army member. I'm going to put Johnny K up here. Thank you, Courtney. Johnny K, new team member, says, I have pets too. I have 2 pit bulls, 2 cats, and a turtle. That's funny. I think it's funny because I'm glad he used emojis, even though for whatever reason on this software they don't like showing up. But he said, I have pets too. I have 2 pit bulls, 2 cats, and turtles. I actually like pit bulls. They make me laugh. With pit bulls, I'd have to raise them or be around an owner that has them to raise them with any aggression. They are amazing when they aren't raised trying to be aggressive off bat. Any dog is going to try to defend their owner. But I love pit bulls when they are raised to be nice. That is one of the dogs, because I almost got a pit bull before I got my companion dogs. I almost had one. Tree Goblin says, cats are so easy, man. Cats, dude, they are so self-sufficient. As long as you change the litter box regularly and feeding them regularly, man, they're going to be some happy campers. But if you learn how to take them out on a leash, they're going to be living the life. So with all that said, man, I got a couple of videos coming up here. Be the Matador. That's my reset Sunday that I did. And I do that every week to try to just keep people encouraged. And on that video, We're going to get to that now. And on that video, I was just saying how, man, it's a lot of stuff that comes at you in life, family problems, your personal problems. And it's just some problems you can't always handle on your own. You got to pray. You got to give it up to God. Let him put it on his shoulders. Stop thinking about it. Let it go. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your moment. It's just something we can't change today. Just don't let it bother you. Let God wrestle with it. He'll take care of it for you. That's what that video was really about. And the only person that really commented on that video was Ching Long, I think. Let me see. I think that Ching Long is the only one that really commented. But I did make that video because I'm like, you know what? It's some people out here trying to deal with their family's problems, worrying about what their brother, sister, mother are doing. Look, it's good to be concerned, but you can't fix somebody's total life. You got to pray for them, love them, and keep it moving. You got to stay happy and encouraged. But Ching Long said, I think the Warriors will beat the Celtics in 6. I told you guys, I don't care what video it is. You can make whatever comment you want. It doesn't have to be on that subject. I told him, I said, I picked the Celtics in 6 before the series, but it could be a sweep. And, of course, I got proved wrong because they got beat that night. The Warriors beat them that night and tied the series up 1-1. And actually, that series will continue this evening. I said, we'll see, my friend. So definitely it wasn't a sweep. Right now, my money is still with the Celtics. I think that they will still win in 6 games. I just don't. I can't see a scenario where the Warriors can win, but for me, I believe it's going to be the Celtics because I said long ago, I believe the champion is coming out of the East this year. Especially after the Grizzlies lost, I said, you know what? Even if the Phoenix had won, I said, you know what? I believe the champion is going to come out the East. Okay, let's see. The next thing I have is no baby mama drama. Man, it's funny. I came up with that show at the last second. It was just something that I know what happened. I went on a live stream and I went on a live stream with Finatra. And it was a guy on there. I can't even think of his name. But he said a couple of things that, of course, I respected but didn't agree with. He said that he felt like the whole point of life was for people to have babies. I said, no, I don't agree with that. I said, for me, the whole point of life is for people to learn how to be good to each other, and learn how to be their best selves, because it's not meant for everybody to have kids. Now, of course, if it's if this earth is underpopulated, or if it was no humans around and you needed to populate the earth, then of course making babies is important, but it's still, to me, not the most important part of life. So we had a couple of back and forth discussions. But man, I had woke up the morning of this show, and I was like, man, I'm feeling like doing something different that's in my notebook, because I've never wanted kids. Even when I wanted to get married, I never wanted to have kids, ever. I've always been a big kid. I love to play with toys and watch cartoons, like I said in the video, but I never wanted any kids, and I felt like there's nothing wrong with that. You have so many people out here that have kids that they don't even want to be parents, but they're out here making kids, and I'm like, those are a lot of the times where you have bad parenting, even though I think I would have been a great parent, but I just never wanted to go that route. And in this video, I was really trying to explain, because I have women viewers, to the Carol Rushes of the world, the Sheila Bells, even Courtney, who just left, to other female viewers that may chime in. I know I have a mostly male base, but even to them, when I said no baby mama drama, I wasn't trying to off-put women when I made this video. But like I've told my female viewers, I'm always going to come from things from a male standpoint. And I made this video also for them to see. One of the biggest fears for me in dating is having a woman not just be pregnant, but potentially say that you're the father and you're not that father. I've seen it happen many a time where guys end up taking care of a baby that's not theirs, and then all of a sudden, after time, they let time guilt trip them. Oh well, I've been around for 10 years, so shoot, 10 years is a long time though. But I've been around for, let's just say, shorten it up. I've been around for a couple of years, so it is mine. God bless you, and even 10 years, you can stay. You can stay. You don't have to leave the woman, but it ain't yours. She tricked you. You know, if you with a woman and you thought a baby was biologically yours and it ended up not being yours, you can stay and take care of the baby. But guess what? She tricked you. And I always say, man, if I ever did have kids, I want it to be my child, unless, my biological child, unless I decide to go adopt a child. Because there's nothing wrong with adopting. But once again, the whole basis of what I'm saying is I don't want to be tricked into taking care of JoJo's baby. And man, the worst part about being a man and dating is you can sign that birth certificate if you want, but as soon as you do, it's yours. No matter what. Because even when later on they find out it's not yours, it's yours. And you can be once again, you could be one of those guys that, well, it don't matter. I just signed it. And hey, guess what? He or she's mine now. So guess what? I'm cool with it. I just wanted a baby anyway. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. But for me, just know something. You got tricked. You got tricked. And for me, that's a big, big, big thing out here today. Nobody wants to be tricked. If you have a baby on the way, you want to know that that's your child. And honestly, you have another side of it to where some men just don't even want to hear the word "I'm pregnant" from you. You don't even want to take that chance. And so for me, a guy, that was one of my greatest fears. I never wanted to get a girl pregnant. And I'm not perfect. I had times in my life where I didn't strap up. So it was a possibility a couple of times. And I just say this, a couple of times in my life, I thank God it did not work out where I ended up being a father for various reasons. So thank God. And I would say, and I say this, one of the best things about, like I said in that video, being with my companion dogs is it's just one of those stresses that you never have to worry about. Because when you're talking to human women, let me tell you, man, it's always a faint thought in the back of your mind if you ever make love with them that, man, okay, even with the condom or something, look, something could go wrong. I know women who poked holes in condoms. I know it's a very, very rare chance that you're going to get a woman pregnant with a condom, but deep, like I say in the video, like the video I made, deep in the recesses of your mind, you think that, okay, it's a millionth of a chance that it could even happen with this. So you always are, that's always still just slightly there. But if you're trying to prevent having a baby, if you're having making love to a woman, but you don't want to have a baby, the one thing you don't want to hear is "I'm pregnant." And if you know you've been being safe, you definitely don't want to be the guy that's getting pinpointed, right? Because you're like, wait a minute, we've been using safe sex, it did, and it didn't bust or anything like that. You're gonna be like, hey, no, it wasn't me. Ask somebody else, like I said in that video, because it was so funny. That girl that I'm talking about in that video, man, she had like 4 or 5 kids. But I heard that women, were good love makers. They had several kids. I ended up meeting her and stuff, and we talked and things of that nature. But man, and it was good, like I said in the video. But when she said, especially when she said, I always wear protection for the most part. But when she said that, man, all it takes is a drop for me to get pregnant. I said, you know what? This is the type of girl that'll try to frame you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I started thinking. I said, you know what? This girl got the potential for framing in her blood. I said, so Jay, you know what you better do? Every time you better show her the condom. I would literally tie it up and be like, hey, hey, it ain't me. So just to let you know, I would do that every time and we would laugh about it. But one day she said, hey, you can throw that in the trash can. You ain't got to go to the bathroom. And I don't know what came over me to do that dumb crap. But I threw it in the trash can. And when I left, I could not stop thinking about it. I was like, man, I hope she ain't the type of girl that'll go in the trash to get that and do something crazy with it, right? But I just started thinking like, because, you know, I'm not rich or anything. I'm just a regular guy, you know, but I just started thinking about the area that she lived in and the guys that I knew that she probably was dating and stuff. And I was like, you know what? She might actually consider me some type of upgrade. You know, I ain't got kids and, you know, things of that nature. Even though I'm not rich or anything, I was like, man, she might actually think I'm an upgrade or something. And so that was going in the back of my mind that night. And like I said in the video, 3 months later, got that call. And I stuck to my guns because I knew that I had been doing the right thing. And lo and behold, like I said in the video, she told me that it wasn't me. But I remember after that scenario, I was sort of scarred for a little while. I ain't even lie, man. I was sort of scarred. I probably didn't sleep with her. You know, I didn't even attempt to get a girl for months after that. Because I said, you know what? It really put things in perspective for me. I was like, man, as much as it's good to get some good human vagina sometimes, I like, for me, one thing I never, ever wanted to do was have kids, man. It's like a real shell shock. And I was like, man, even though I knew I had a condom on now, the only thing that was slightly bothered me was what I told you guys. That million, thousand, 100 million, gazillion of a slight chance that something moved through a membrane on a condom one day. Because it can, like they say, they 99.9, it's a slight chance one day in history it can happen, because it's happened very rarely. So keep in mind, it's not a great chance that it'll happen. It's just a very faint chance that it'll ever happen. But I know after that, I said, man, I don't even want to come close to making love to a woman right now because, man, for me, I'm glad not having kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to even come close to it. I say, so I stayed away from dating for a while after that because I just didn't even want to think about it. And man, even though I don't have sex with my companion dogs right now or anything, even if I was, it would never be a thought, like I said in that video, that I have to think about. I don't have to think about baby mama drama. You know, I don't have to think about keeping in contact with somebody 20 years from now that I stopped making love to all those years ago. We don't even see each other, but I got to keep calling you for the sake of the kid. I don't want to do that. You know, I don't want to be in a position where even if I am paying my child support, women don't understand this. It can drive a man crazy, even though you may say he shouldn't think about it. Him paying child support and you using said money to go spend on your boyfriend 24/7, and guess what? He basically paying for you to bone another guy. I mean, I used to think about those scenarios like, man, I don't never want to be in that situation where now I'm basically funding her nightclub life. My son over there with a nappy head and dirty pampers or something. Those are nightmare scenarios for guys. And so I'm not using this as a thing to beat women up. I'm just telling you, man, that's just something we think about. I know some of us think about. You know, some guys, they'll go out here, have these kids, and they'll get framed. They'll have 6 kids, 3 of them ain't theirs. They don't even know and don't even give a damn. They done signed the paper. Yep, I got a family. I'm good. Oh, yeah. Oh, JoJo, he ain't mine. He ain't mine. But hey, I never bothered to check. I was so arrogant. I said, hey, can't help but be mine. And they ain't nowhere near yours. You don't realize two of them look like your best friends. I never wanted to be that guy. And honestly, that's another reason why I might have chased away a few of my girls, because I used to try to tell some of my family members this. And hell, I don't think many of them ever listen to me, but I used to tell them, I'm sorry. I used to tell my girlfriends, if you ever get pregnant, I don't even care if we're married. I'm testing my baby. Well, that means you saying I cheated. You don't trust me. No, you don't understand something. I'm not saying you're cheating, but what I'm saying is I'm checking. Because when it comes to the matter of a baby coming into the world, that ain't me telling you I'm cheating. You're cheating. That's me saying I'm making sure. Because I've always said, when it comes to my baby, I just want to know off bat. Straight up. Because it's so many trustworthy women out here who will lie to you. And I'm going to tell you something. I know somebody personally who does not know that they're illegitimate. I mean, to this day, I heard the whole story. And so, man, just knowing that, nah, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be, if I take care of somebody else's kid, which is just fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But guess what? I want to know. Don't swindle me into doing it. And so that's why I made that video. No baby mama drama. I ain't got to think about you putting the baby on me. I ain't got to think about it not being my baby. I ain't got to think about paying said dollars while you riding the pony of JoJo or Jethro somewhere. You getting double teamed while the child support money hitting the bank. And the mama would say, well, hey, it ain't none of your business what I'm doing now that we ain't together and stuff. And you're right, it ain't none of my business. But I'm just saying, as a guy, boy, that wouldn't feel good to me knowing that I'm helping fund JoJo and Jethro. You done bought beer and smoke for JoJo and Jethro, and it came out of my damn child support money. I'm just sorry. Those are the things where I was like, you know what? I've never wanted that lifestyle. I'm like, man, you know what, man? Here's the deal. Let me just date. This before I had my companion dog. I'm like, I'm cool with just dating here and there, having some safe sex, and coming back to my dwelling or wherever the hell I am and playing my games and doing my thing. But you know what? I don't even want to guess about JoJo being mine. I don't even want to be put in the position of trying to have to get no babies tested and things of that nature. So, man, once again, my life ended up leading me to companion dogs. And I never knew that I would be this happy. I'm happy in so many other ways. But when I say it's a stress-free life, it's a stress-free life in that way as well, where I don't have to worry about being framed. I don't have to worry about, Callie sneaking out at night, doing something crazy. It's just so many things I don't have to worry about. And I don't have to worry about that baby issue. And that's why I made No Baby Mama Drama. And I think it was spawned, like I say, from that conversation I had on Finatra Stream. So, I'm going to tidy up the rest of my videos because I only got Lars next, which is the music video I put out yesterday. And then we're going to come back to the live stream and get things wrapped up for you guys and let you enjoy the rest of your day. And like I say, it wasn't a whole bunch of questions today, but there were some good questions, good comments rather. And I say, hey, even if it's a day when I don't got many comments, we'll probably be just talking about a whole nother subject for a while. So don't feel bad if sometimes you may not have something to say. Guess what? Don't feel under pressure. But hey, I do love comments. I do love when people chime in and give their opinion on things. But even if you don't, no worries. The Dog King Power Hour will still be in effect. So on my song Lars, man, I had some fun and trouble making that song. Like I said, it took me Man, it took me a while to sort of write the song, but to just actually get it out like you guys saw, man, it was hour upon hour upon hour upon hour. And I laughed so hard when I finally got it completed. And keep in mind, it's not perfect. It's not anywhere near perfect. But I always say, we can't let perfect be the enemy of the good. Got to keep going forward. But I say this, I was laughing so hard because when I got through with that video and saw that it was 2 minutes and 35 seconds or so, I said, man, even though I've told you, I was just laughing. I said, because nobody would really believe how long it took to get this 2-minute video, man. It was unreal, man. So Dear Man come in and gave me 3 fire signs. Thank you, man. I like when any of you guys listen to my music and even halfway like it, because like I say, I need to get back to doing me a dancing video. But whether it's dancing, rapping, or whatever that I do, guys, I thank God for the ability to do anything I do. But I know that I may not be a professional rapper, may not be a professional dancer. Those are just things I love to do to have fun. And my girls motivate me and empower me to do it with full confidence, to be quite honest. And so I just share it with you guys. So I appreciate you for just sort of taking part and me and the girls having fun. And Edmund Dante says, me and the girls blasting this right now. And that makes me feel good. One of these days, maybe I can get my songs on one of these music platforms or something. I don't even understand how to do all that right now. And truth be told, I'm shooting this stuff so bootleg, I don't even have the quality of sound good enough to be putting it on Spotify or anything at this moment. But guess what? That doesn't mean that tomorrow won't bring a way to do it. So I appreciate Dear Man and Edmund for coming on that. And my last comment looks like it comes from a guy, Jonathan Sealer. Oh, this is a great comment. He commented on my video, Pyramids Underwater, which I love that video. It was just talking about the mystery of pyramids being under water in oceans around the world, and how that means we have how the history of man is really different from the one we've been taught. And Jason says, Jay, I'm new here, and let me be honest. I had a preconceived notion about the whole dog world. He said, to my own shame. He said, and I say, don't be shameful about it. He said, but that's because I was ignorant. Because just like he said, a lack of knowledge, nothing to be shamed about. You know, he only has been hearing what people have been feeding him. He said, you have changed every assumption I ever had, and I appreciate you, bro. Only thing he said about that is, and I appreciate him saying it, but I say this, it's some stereotypes that may be true, that you may find are true with some dog owners. It may be some things where you be like, man, that's just like they said it could be like. I'm not saying you won't find that. But the truth is, a lot of things have been marketed so you can feel a certain way. I'm one type of dog owner, but I'm just not every dog owner. And every dog owner is not me. The truth is, we're all a little different. We can all be described as weird, strange, or whatever. All of us have our own personalities. But I've said it time and time again, you can describe the whole human population as a little bit weird, strange, and different, because we all are. We all are. The only difference between the dog world and the human world is, guess what? You have the same humans that's in the real world. Some of them that you may think are weird normally. Well, guess what? In the dog world, you have some people that you may think are a little weird. You know, you may think this person may be a little bit smarter. You maybe think this person is a little bit more talented. It's just a mixture. It's just a melting pot. So the dog world is just the real world. It's just a small segment of it. And in the real world, you're going to find all different type of people. And in the dog world, you're going to find all different type of people. So I just basically, I guess I said that. I'm glad that he said everything that about me, that I broke his assumptions. But like I say, hey, it's going to be still some people that may feed into your what you've been taught. He said, you're a smart dude, and I have so much respect for you and your lifestyle. I thank you, man. I appreciate you. It makes me feel good to hear that. He says, I'm a new sub, and congratulations for joining the family. Hopefully you'll be a Dog King Army member one day. He said, I look forward to learning more about your life. God bless you, bro. I'm so glad he said that, because that's really what this is about. It's about learning. It's about going on a journey. And some of it is about just being with me on my journey through life. You know, as I learn, you learn with me. As I reflect on things I already have learned, you reflect on those things with me. You know, old knowledge that I have, I might share with you. New knowledge I have, I'll share with you. You know, new journeys and new destinations. Because right now, I don't want you guys to get too used to us being at home all the time. It's fun coming with these informative shows. But guess what? We can't wait to get back out doing adventures and things of that nature. But I was talking to Callie and the girls the other day. I said, you know what? It's crazy, because the human part of me wants to get out sometimes, you know, with the girls, drive them around, let you guys see us, you know, out in the real world and things of that nature. But I always go back to this. Everything serves God's plan. The reason I don't have my car right now is because God doesn't want me to have it right now. For whatever reason. I was telling Callie this. I said, you know what, Callie? I want to get back out and do an adventure. But it's a reason I can't drive right now. It's a reason that we can't get out. I said, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's being prevented, whether it's a car wreck, whether it's a bad meeting, who knows what it is. But it's a reason that the car is not ready. And I said, you know what? That's why we got to stay happy, stay in faith, be thankful for what we got. I'm not starving today. I'm here with you guys today. I have a bike to get out and sort of try to get supplies every now and then. I got family members that check on me, you know, that live around. So, you know what? Still, there are plenty of blessings to go around. I can't get out and do the things that I normally do right now. Talking to the lady, she doesn't know exactly when I'm going to get my car back, but I'm going to say sooner than later. So I just say this, everything serves his plan. It happens for a reason. Whatever you're going through, stop being so worried about it. It's happening for a reason. Just because you can't see it right now doesn't mean anything. It's going to work out for your good. I told him, thanks for the kind words, and me and the girls are definitely happy to have you here, my friend. Glad you're on the journey with us. So, man, definitely glad you joined the journey and you're on it with us. Looking forward to you becoming a Dog King Army member one day soon. But that does it for all of the comments. We're going to get ready to make this one a short but sweet one, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know, man, after I get off of this stream, I get within myself and pray and things of that nature. And I see if I might come back with the competition. And if not, we'll do it next week. I'm thinking I don't know, I'm still getting the vibe. I may wait. Let's see what happened. Okay. Oh, Tree Goblin says, how do you teach them to walk on a leash? Man, maybe I didn't, you know, I was thinking the other day, I said, man, should I do a show on how to teach people how to walk their cats on a leash? I said, I was thinking about that. I said, because, you know, it's probably a very big question people have. So I might just teach them. I might just do a tutorial, but honestly, you have to basically keep putting, I tell you what, I just make a show about it, Tree Goblin. I tell you that. To give you the short answer, you have to get your cat used to wearing a harness around the house, and then after it gets used to it, start taking it out on the leash for small stints of time. And over time, it's going to start associating that leash with going out. So that'll answer you right now, but I'm still going to make a video. And it's going to look forward to going out like my cats do. Let's see. Tree Goblin says, 2 of my cats wouldn't talk to me again if I put a leash on them. Oh, no. Cats love leashes when it's time to go out, once they understand what it is. But I will say this. Cats aren't like cattle or anything. They're just like humans. They're like any other animal. animals are they, although they may be all the same species, they all have their own personalities, own emotions, and things of that nature. And what I have found is you do have to find the right type of cats. And what I found out about is if your cat has to be he has to have a little bit of an edge to him, and he has to be slightly adventurous. You know, those are the type of cats that are really ready to go outside on a leash. Oh yeah. He says, Tree Goblin says my little cat might let him do it. Oh man, you could teach any cat how to do it. I'll do a video for you, Tree Goblin. He says Coming Cowboy was a dude on the stream. Oh yeah. Coming Cowboy. Hey, Cowboy was cool. Hey, like I said, we didn't see eye to eye on something, but it definitely wasn't no problem. Johnny K said mother's cats love walking outside. They just hate coming back in. Oh yeah, my cats hate coming back in. Tree Goblin said my cats love it. The shed or the greenhouse. They do nothing all day, so lazy. Now, if you let your cats outside already and they just run outside by themselves, now it may be hard to get one of them cats to walk on a leash because they're so used to just being outside. I'm talking about outside of the house. If you leave them out there unattended, because I used to have cats we used to just let outside. And you look up a few hours later, then they'll show up and be ready to come back in. It would have probably been hell trying to teach one of them cats because they were so used to their freedom of being outside, running around. With my cats, when I got them, I never let them outside and to just run around with other cats or in the neighborhood. Whenever they went outside, they were always associated with their damn leash, being on their backs. And so they associated with something good. Tree Goblin says, strap it up before you whack it up. Burger Boy says, best wishes, Dog King, and to all the dog ladies. What up, Burger Boy? He said, thanks for the live streaming videos. Always a treat, sir. Hey, good to have you, Burger. Glad to have you, man. I can't wait till you become a team member 2. Y'all already know how I go. I'm going to finish up all my comments. We ain't gonna, and then we're going to let everybody do their thing. He says, how do you get a cat to put a harness on? Oh, you just put it on them. You don't let them make a decision about it. I'm gonna be honest, man. Cats, they really are a trip. But even with my cats, at first they're gonna always be crying and stuff. It just depends on if you easily break to their whims. I say that but when I first started learning how to put my cat on a leash, it was this guy that every time his cat made a noise, he wouldn't put the thing on him, the harness. Man, it took him forever. I was like, nah, bro, I ain't finna do this. I'm finna put the damn harness on my cat, and they're gonna have to cry for a second. And that's exactly what I did. Hey, I let them deal with it for a little while. Tree Goblin says Sinatra needs raps, maybe. I just get music where he just used other people's sound bites. So, I like what he does, though. It's funny. Man, that's the thing that made me laugh about Sinatra. If y'all go look at that video where he did bananas on that Star Wars girl, it was so funny because he made it like a little drawing of her. He doesn't draw her whole face. He just draws her like eyes, nose, and mouth. I can't lie. It do look like her. When it be rapping, it's like it's on the radio and it be rapping. It looks like her. It's so damn funny. It makes me laugh. Don Fat says, "Hell, Jay, his lovely ladies, and of course the chat." Oh yeah, Don Fat Ass in here. Agreed, man. David Kylan. Morta V says, "Describe D." I ain't gonna say it. Johnny K says, "Hell, Don Fat Ass." David Collins says, "Sub, you are a great speaker, man. Great ideas you have up there." Thank you, David. I'm glad you sub, brother. Always glad to have new members in the Dog King family. All are welcome, man. Looking for all great people out there, man. And hey, guess what? Even if you got some problems, guess what? You can get right. Come on here, baby. It's a big family. Tree Goblin says, okay, yeah. Yeah, baby. All the way in here. So, man, it looks like I made it to the end of the stream. Like I said, me and the girls, we're gonna probably try to regroup for a second, even from yesterday, because it was a endurance test yesterday. Glad we got through it. So we're probably gonna recoup. I'm gonna get quiet in my mind and see if I may pop back in and do a contest. I'm not sure. I may put it off till next week, guys. And if I do, it's gonna be greater later. But it could happen today. I'm not gonna oversell that. But other than that, it's been a great stream. The whole point of this stream was the $1 million question. And it was a question that was sort of posed last Dog King Power Hour, where it was saying, hey, would you get rid of your dogs for $1 million? And a lot of people was like, yeah, do it. But then when the question was sort of reframed, I think it will make everybody just reconsider it. When he was like, hey, forget getting rid of your dog. With everybody that's listening, get rid of that thing that they love the most. Or, or put it like this, not your companion dog, but your wife, that you really love. Not one you want to kill already, but your girlfriend that you really love. Or your pet that you really love. Does it have a price tag on it and things of that nature? And not only that, when you get rid of it, you can't ever date again. Or you can't ever have a pet again. Or you can't. So that was the finality of it all. Would you do it all for $1 million? So we examined that. We went through my videos. Of course, we talked about Venti. I tried to explain to ladies, even when I'm talking about the no baby mama drama, and even when I was talking about Venti, examining life through her eyes, never trying to beat the human woman up. But I also had to still come from my perspective on things. And so that's definitely where I want to let the human ladies know, not to get their feathers ruffled. Guess what? You're just looking into the thoughts of men. Just like when I check on Venti and things of that nature, and other girls, to see how the psychology of their mind is working. So with all that said, it's been a hell of a stream. Glad you guys chimed in. Thank you, DAS, for the contribution today. Thank you for the super chat from that other stream that we did. I want to thank Courtney, because Courtney gave a donation. And I'm glad she let me know she was a female. It was so happy to have a female in the house today. Thank you for my boy Johnny K joining the Dog King Army officially, making a total come to 8 right now. Shouts out to everybody in the Dog King Army on the inside. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody for showing support on a daily basis. So with all that said, we're going to end up letting you guys get out of here. But we want to send blessings over you, your family. We praying for you to have abundance, overflow, increase in everything that you do. We pray that you be safe, full of health, getting younger, stronger every day, and that you're believing for your dreams to come true. I'm going to check again with my comments, make sure I ain't leaving nobody out. True Goblin says, okay, yeah. Motor V says, thanks for stopping by on Fanacha, Jay. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, like I said, I'll probably be back over there one day. In the future. Because Fanacha is a cool guy. So I check back in with them. Like I say, going to visit people is not all about having to agree on every single thing. That's not what it's about. It's just about going to get different point of views and being around different personalities. So with all that said, it's been me, J. King Hefner, and the beautiful Cali Sun. We are out. See you, Johnny K. Thank you for joining, brother. Hey, nothing like having another Dog King Army team member, baby. It's for right now, guys. We finna get the hells out of cheers. See you guys. Have a good one, man. And we may see you later. And if not, we'll see you soon.